Well, good evening and welcome to the Brothas-in-law. And on this channel, we discuss police-involved incidents that occur around the country, and we give our analysis on the actions of the police officers to see if their actions are what a reasonable officer would do. We also look at the actions of the citizens to see if they have followed our acronym CALM, which stands for comply, answer questions, listen, and move on. Would their situation have turned out differently? You may agree or disagree with us, but by the end of the video, we hope that you get a better understanding of how these incidents unfold. If you're new to our channel, Mike and I are both former police officers. I was a Virginia State Trooper for 7 years, and Mike is a retired police officer of 26 years from Pleasanton, California. So before we get into tonight's video, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button for us. If you like the content of this video, please leave a comment below. Whether you agree or disagree with us, we'd like to know. So Mike is having a little bit of technical difficulty this evening, so he'll be jumping on shortly here and joining in on the conversation. So we actually got 2 videos to discuss tonight, both dealing with DUIs, and the title of this is why you shouldn't drink and drive, because when you get that so-called liquid courage in you, or that the spirit drinks in you, it kind of takes you out of your character, and you usually do things that in the morning you're probably going to regret and wish you had never went out drinking that night before. So welcome everybody. Welcome Go and Tone, Stacy, everyone else getting ready to jump on. Before we get into the video, though, however, if you noticed, and my camera just don't want to act right now, I have on a new t-shirt from our website, and I'll put the link in there on the screen here, so you can go over there and check it out at the Brothas-in-law myspreadshop.com. Head on over there and check out our merchandise on there. We got stuff on there for law enforcement, the Brothas-in-law t-shirts that you can also purchase. Got several different styles. I got some in tonight. The Brothas-in-law with Mike on them. Mike and I both on it. Yeah. And I got another one here, different style that came in. It says all gave some gave all. Obviously, it's got the acronym on the back. So pretty cool. I should have got it in white, but you know me, I'm a guy, I wasn't really thinking. I also got the hats. I got to pull back a little bit. The brother-in-law hats also came in for us tonight. Really nice. I'm really stoked over this. Good print on here, good detail with the color and everything. So I'm really pleased with the hats. Shirt is really nice. Fits really good. This is different material, but really good. So go on over and check it out. See what we got on there, and we greatly appreciate it. Everything that you purchase, the proceeds goes to help us to grow our channel, to get our message out there, and staying calm and teaching everyone, not just young folks, how to interact with law enforcement, because we believe that no traffic incident should end in somebody losing their life or severely getting hurt, whether it be a citizen or a police officer. So come on over there, check us out, the Brothas-in-law .spreadshop.com, and check us out over there. Welcome, Mike. I see you jumping on here.
Yeah, I had a little bit of technical difficulties. I had to log on a different kind of way, but I'm on. So I see our VA Goat. Hey, Mrs. Taylor. Hey, Stacy, Tone. I see you guys on there.
Hey, Ma, here's your shirt. It came in today. This is my mom and dad shirt right here. So it came in today, Mom. As a matter of fact, about 15 minutes ago, Stacy just got it out the mailbox. So I'll get that to you ASAP. So yeah, we got a good show lined up tonight, Mike.
Yeah, good. We got a couple of incidents that we're gonna show. and talk about real quick. It's interesting stuff. Drinking and driving on one, and a little. Well, it both. One is just not being a knucklehead.
Actually, they were both of them.
Yeah. So we'll get into that and talk about it.
That's like I said before you jumped on, Mike. That's like, that's why it's titled, "This is why you shouldn't drink and drive," because you get that liquid courage in you, you get that spirit in you, and it makes you act differently. And when you wake up the next morning, you realize that you made a fool of yourself.
Yeah.
So this is why it's important not to drink and drive. Not only that, you can also get somebody killed.
That's right.
For your stupidity. So I think we just need to get it set up here.
Okay. Get right into it.
Get right on into it. I think the first one we'll watch is the young lady where this took place probably back in I think it was September, right, Mike?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, she was speeding, swerving. The officer realized that, hey, this may be possible DUI, and he follows her and he initiates a traffic stop, and it goes from there. Be forewarned, though, there is a lot of profanity in here, a lot of racial slurs being thrown, so just be cautious of that, everyone.
And while Corey is setting it up, just keep in mind, folks, especially at nighttime like this, officers are out, they're looking for DUIs. And the way they do that is they're looking for driving actions. They're looking for anybody who might be weaving in and out of the lane, might be straddling the line, or, doing stuff that's like, cruising through stop signs or red lights or something like that. Those are common indications that you might have someone who's driving under the influence. As a patrol officer, that's what you're thinking. So right. we're looking for those types of things too. So that's common. If people wonder how police look for DUIs, that's how.
That's a very good point, Mike. Before I start the video, I want you to look at your screen, and you see right now the image that you're seeing is the inside the dash cam of the officer's vehicle. So as a trooper, what I was looking for, like Mike just said, was your driving pattern, right? So you see the center lines there, the hash lines there. I'm looking and paying attention how many times you cross over that center line. Now, there's no set number of how many times you cross over that line. It's just, is there a pattern? Can you maintain your line of travel? That's the true definition. You're unable to maintain your lane of travel. So the number one thing is the moment I start observing, I hit my timer. In DUIs, the most important thing that the officer needs to be aware of, this was going to help him or her in court, is time. Time is everything when it comes to the DUIs. So yeah. That's number one. I'm marking my time, see what time I initiated following behind the DUI, possible DUI driver, and start my observation period. That's number one. Did you want to say something, Mike, before I start?
No. Okay. That I agree. That's what you're saying. That's very accurate. I mean, that's what I'm looking for too, as I'm taking note of when I started observing you, and I'm following you long enough to be able to establish that I saw these violations, or I saw you swerving. I saw you. Now, we're not saying that these are absolutely number one telltale signs that someone, you must be DUI if you're doing this. We're just saying these are indications that could mean someone is driving under the influence of alcohol. And cops out there on the street, they are actively looking for that type of stuff. If I see you straddling the line and can't maintain the lane of traffic, or you changing lanes without a signal, or any traffic violation, I'm always thinking this could be someone driving under the influence. You know what I'm saying? Someone driving much slower than the rest of the traffic. You know what I'm saying? The most common thing when someone's DUI is the unable to maintain your lane of traffic, and when I walk up to your car and I can smell alcohol coming from inside the car. Well, there you go. That gives me enough to do a DUI investigation. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to get into that.
All right, here we go, y'all.
2022, an officer with Edmond Police Department in Oklahoma was on patrol when they saw a white vehicle weaving in and out of traffic while also speeding.
641 on traffic.
Go ahead.
400 south. You did white four-door.
Good work.
Johnson was going way over 50, over 50 and a 30.
Good evening. Hi. I stopped you for a couple of reasons, okay? So you were all over the road. At one point, you were straddling the lanes, and you switched lanes without signaling, and then whenever you made it over here to the 30-mile-per-hour zone, you were still going over 50 miles an hour, okay? Do you have your driver's license and proof of insurance?
I don't believe that, but all right.
Okay, well, I smell alcohol coming from the car. How much did you have to drink? Okay. You want to be truthful, or you want to step out of the car so we can run some tests? Or...
I'm not going to step out the car whatsoever. So.
Okay. Well, right now I do believe you are under the influence, and I'd really like for you to step out of the car so I can just.
I understand what you would like.
Okay.
I just want to make a quick comment, Mike. At this point, you know, he's already made the determination. One, start from the observation, right? The driving habits. All right, that's one indicator, like we said. Now, two, he smells the strong odor of alcohol exiting that person's body. All right. So now he can presume that there's something going on here. All right. Now it's okay that he's asking her to step out of the vehicle right now, because he has to make a determination now whether or not she's safe to continue to travel down the road.
That's
Again,
right.
as we always say in our videos, you know, now's not the time to start acting crazy. See, a lot of times when they do this, Mike, I don't know about you in your DUIs, but in my DUIs, I'm like, yeah, here we go. I ain't getting out the car. You already know what time it is right now.
And like we've said in the past, folks, you have to get out of the car. If the officers order you out of the car, you have to get out of the car. You don't have a right to refuse to exit the vehicle under any circumstances. You must get out of the vehicle if the officer orders you out of the vehicle. And everybody knows that when we say the smell of alcoholic beverage coming from your person or your body or your car, those are words that we use in court to make sure we can accurately describe to a jury what we're smelling. But for the average citizen, that's what we mean is you rolled down the window, I could smell alcohol coming from the car. You know what I'm saying? So we all know common sense. We all know whether someone had been drinking or whether, you know, because I can smell it on your breath when you talk to me, and especially if you're drinking a lot. I can smell it real clearly
you're gonna smell
when you're talking to me. Okay,
right.
So that's no rocket science to tell it. So
second point of that, everyone, is like, okay, now she doesn't have anybody in the vehicle with her, but she may have had somebody in the vehicle with her who might have been drinking heavily, and that aroma could still possibly be in the car. So another tool that we use, or a tool or technique, if you will, whatever word you want to use, by getting you out of that car, that's going to separate you from that smell. So now I get a closer observation from you whether or not that alcohol is exiting your body or not, to be able to determine, okay, you know, now that I have you out the car, it's not as strong as it was while you were sitting in the car. So all right, there may still be something there, may not be anything there. Now I may not do a full field sobriety test. I may just do HGN test, which is the test of checking of your eye.
Yeah. Yeah.
Checking your eye.
And again, folks, once you say I ain't getting out of the car, remember what we always try to tell the citizens. Once you say that, you automatically are starting to turn how this is going to go. You turn it from a straight line to a very crooked line. And officers know
all over the road.
Tell me that right out the gate. It's like, okay, here we go. This is not going to be a really simple, hey, let me just check you out, make sure you're good to drive. It ain't gonna be that simple. Okay. They're gonna have to probably put their hands on you because you are refusing to get out of the car. We ain't even talking about the DUI part at that point. We're talking about you simply refusing to get out of the car. Okay. Well, now, if you don't get out of the car, ma'am, I'm gonna have to be physical with you. That's the first step that you're gonna cause an officer to have to get physical with you, is you refusing to exit a car on a traffic stop after you've been told to. So just keep that in mind, folks.
It's the first word of the acronym, CALM, comply.
Comply.
Okay, asking you to step out of the car is a lawful order. Okay. Right now, I need for you to step out of the car.
I'm gonna open that door for him, so.
That's a female. Step out of the car.
For what?
I believe you are intoxicated, and I need you to step out of the car so that I could assess you.
And close the door, please. Ma'am, thank you.
Listen to me. No, you're getting out of the car now, or we're getting you out forcefully.
Okay, well, you're gonna get me out forcefully because I told you don't touch me.
Don't touch me. He even went to swing at the officer.
Don't know me. Get out of the car. Don't touch me.
And here we go.
You don't know me. Get on the ground.
On the ground.
For what? For what? Get on the ground. For what?
You're under arrest.
For what?
You're under arrest.
For what? Tell me what?
Resisting DUI and
Get on your face. No. Get on your face. No, I'm not getting on my face. Back up. Ma'am, I will get on the lower back.
Get on your stomach now.
You see how she's resisting, not trying to put her hands behind her back? They're having to forcefully pull her hands behind her back, which they're having a hard time doing.
Yeah. At this point, like we always say, it's over. And then while you're going through this, you don't have the privilege to say what you're going to do and what you're not going to do.
That's right.
Or like she's sitting here saying, oh, at least let me get on my side. No, you're getting on your stomach and you're going to put your hands behind your back. This is why it's so important to utilize the acronym CALM, but that all goes out the window when you start resisting, not complying. And it doesn't help when you're being under the influence of alcohol either. Now your mind is not, you're not thinking as a reasonable person would be thinking in this type of situation. So now instead of just getting the DUI, now you've got, some assault charges coming to you too.
Yeah. And not only that, if you notice the difference in the contact between the male officer and his female cover, the female cover was a little bit more direct and saying, no, you're going to get out of this car one way or another.
Yeah.
The male was trying to be a little bit more tactful, but just wasn't quite there yet. Nothing wrong with either one of those approaches. I mean, she had already shown she ain't getting out of that car. You going to have to force her. And hey, it is what it is. We ain't going to treat you like some delicate flower and wait for you to decide that you want to step out of the car if you decide at all. Okay. I'm telling you that you need to step out of that car so I can do a DUI investigation, properly do a sobriety test and make sure you're okay to drive. Okay. And you have to get out of the car for me to do that, obviously. Okay. Yeah. So up to this point, Corey, there is nothing unreasonable about what these officers are doing. There is nothing excessive about what these officers are doing up to this point.
In fact, Mike, I like for our audience to put on their officer hats and I'm gonna ask the same question for those of you with us last week and can remember. I asked you how many times would you have asked the individual to get out of that vehicle before you took actions? So I asked that again tonight. How many times would you ask this young lady to step out of this vehicle before you took any action? Because she's clearly not going to do it. And you just saw two different officers handling it differently. Like Mike just said, the female officer, she was a little more aggressive, and the other officer was trying to be more tactful with it, believing that he could probably uh, talk her out of the vehicle. And again, nothing wrong either way, but again, you're going to get a different response. I probably at the end, when once she's starting out, I ain't getting out the car. No, we're not gonna have that.
Yeah,
I know I know guys that will pull it through the window.
yeah. Some people would have pulled it through the window. I mean, for me personally, I mean, I gotta feel it. I mean, I'm gonna try not to get physical with you, but if
Well, for me though,
I gotta put my hands on you.
I'm gonna tell you,
I'm not gonna put my hands on you lightly.
I had zero tolerance for DUIs. And I would say now that these guys out here drinking and driving now, I'm very lucky I'm not a cop anymore. After losing my best friend, one of my best friend, female best friends, like my sister, to a DUI driver in Las Vegas. She would have came out the car as soon as I pulled up on her. I would have zero tolerance for DUIs. So in this case, if it was me, one time she'd been coming out that car. I don't have time. You're jeopardizing not only your life, but everybody else's life that's on that road too. And the way it is now, nah, I just couldn't. Like,
I see Brenda's comment. Good comment. Benefit of the doubt, she may not understand because she's drunk. Okay, I'll give you that. And that's why I would try to definitely explain to her, listen, I need you to step out of this car because I need to give you a DUI investigation. I need to give you a field sobriety test. Okay, and I need you to step out of the car for me to do that. After so many times of explaining, and she says, no, I ain't getting out of the car. Well, eventually you're gonna have to put your hands on it.
But see, Mike, that's the flip side of this, right? They know they drunk. They know they've been drinking and driving, and they know once they get out that vehicle, it's game over for them. So they're gonna try to procrastinate as long as they can to get out that vehicle. And their mindset, in my experience, and all the DUIs I have arrested, that's my take, because they know it's over. And I ask them, dude, why didn't you just get out of the car? Well, I knew I was going to end up going to jail. So just get out. And now you got 3, 4, 5 charges because you didn't that you didn't have to get if you just got out the car. Yeah. So I get what you're saying, Brendan. But there's just that other side to it.
But to Brenda's point, though, Corey, I see what she's saying, because when I get to court, I definitely want to be able to make sure I can say she clearly understood why I needed her to get out of the car. You see what I'm saying? I want the court to know. I don't want the court to come back and say, well, she didn't understand what was going on. No, she understood what was going on, because I clearly explained to her, I need you out of this car now, and this is why. Now, do you have to say this is why? No, technically speaking, if I'm giving you a lawful order to get out of the car, you got to get out of the car, okay? But it always looks good to go that extra step for court purposes to say, no, she clearly understood what was going on, and therefore she still resisted.
Again, the flip side of that
makes it look even worse.
Again, the flip side of that, I would articulate, and that's, for me, everything is numbers. When I did DUIs, everything for me was numbers, right? I made mental notes, and when I did my notes, I always put the numbers in. How many times I asked you to get out of the vehicle? Right? 3 times. You're already showing me your refusal. I don't care if you're comprehending. You're refusing, ma'am. And then you got the video to back it up. Right? So the video is very important. Your numbers are very important. And you're going to check, because part of our check sheet or DUI check sheet is asking them the level of education. What's your highest grade level completed? Can you understand the alphabets? Basic articulate things to get a gauge on their level of knowledge.
Now, see, we didn't do the alphabet. We didn't do that alphabet when we did it.
Yeah, we did the alphabet, the finger dexterity test, one-legged stand.
Yeah, we did that one-legged stand.
You're walking like your basic field supplies,
finger in the nose. Yeah.
Right. And so all those things are going to be in your defense, whether or not you try to wooze them or coerce them out of the vehicle. Again, like we said,
but that's after she's out of the car and actively participating in the test. Right here, they fighting right out the gate. They ain't even got to the DUI test. They haven't even got to that part.
No,
you know what I'm saying? They already fighting just to get her out of the car. Yeah. So clearly, at this point, she ain't gonna do no field sobriety examination.
No,
at least not at this moment.
No, not at this moment. So for time, so let's keep it moving. We can talk about this.
All right.
Get on your stomach.
Okay.
We're fighting. We're trying to get one.
I don't give a fuck about fighting for. Like, they're always trying to get.
Yeah.
I don't get what you're fighting.
No.
Put in cuss.
Can you just back up for a moment? Yeah. Face the car. Hey, face the car. Widen your stance. I have to cut you for weapons. Do you have anything illegal that's going to hurt me?
No!
That's a simple yes.
Y'all always do this to black people, bro.
Get away from the car.
I hate this. I hate being black in this.
Hey, I am trying, ma'am. I'm trying to make sure you don't have any weapons. I don't. Then listen to me, okay? Look, we just had a fight.
Bro,
hey,
you just hurt my arm, man.
You hurt me.
How am I supposed to feel?
I'm not concerned about hurting your arm. You fighting with me.
What you say, Mike?
That's what happens when you get into a fight. Sometimes you get hurt. So we're not concerned about your arm being hurt at this moment. We got to make sure you don't have no weapons on you. Search her and put her securely in the back of your car. Make sure she don't. Now, then we start. Do you have any medical issues? You know what I'm saying? Do we need to call a fire and ambulance out here? Some agencies, if you've been into a scuffle on the ground like that, that's an automatic thing. You're going to start medical personnel out there, right there on the scene to check her out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We was just in a fight. We need to get her medical out here and check her out immediately. And if she needs to go to the hospital, well, she's going to go to the hospital.
Yeah, as soon as she uttered those words out of her mouth that her arm was hurt or whatever part of her body was hurting, that was my first question. Do you need rescue? Do you need medical assistance right now? As soon as you said no, all right, let's keep it moving then. And I ask you again, you all right? You good? Once you try to calm down. But at this point, what really bothered me here is like, you're wrong now. Now it's all, let's throw in the racial slurs now. Let's just say you're just doing this to me because I'm a black female. No, you're drunk. That's why this is happening to you.
No, you're doing this because you failed
to. You
fighting. Yeah, you fighting with the cops to trying to pull you out of the car. Okay, that's how we got to this point right here. I mean, that's common sense, no?
Yeah. It's common sense. I mean, now you're trying to justify your reasonings for your actions by continuing on like this. And this is why I say once you've been stopped, once they told you what the problem is, now it's just simple. Just let's stay calm, comply, answer the question, let's move. I've had people that I've arrested for DUIs, man, cool as a fan. I would tell them, man, I wish all my DUIs were like this. They get in the car and go to sleep. You know what I mean? I gotta wake him up when we get the lockup. All right, hey, Troop, whatever you need me to do. Hey, appreciate it, man. No problem. Then it's man. I don't get it. I don't get why
you know
they
what?
have.
I made a point to tell those suspects who didn't fight, who didn't make it difficult for me. I appreciated that. You know what I'm saying? Because the last thing you want to do is get into some fight with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Because then I become angry. Now, if I gotta fight you, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? You stole or you drunk or whatever it was you did. That's why you arrested. Why you fight?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now you're gonna have to make me fight.
Now I don't want to do that. Now that's more paperwork I gotta have to get done. It's worthless. I don't want to do that. This is now. I let you right. I would tell the guys that, hey man, thanks for being this way, man. I just wish every drunk I got was this way. It just makes everything go smoother, and it works to their advantage, Mike, when you go to court, because the judges always ask everyone when you get, even if you get a speeding ticket. At least here in Virginia, I don't know how they do out there in California. I don't know how they do in Ohio and throughout the rest of the country. But in Virginia, the judges always like to ask the officers, officer, were they polite and cooperative with you? And that's when we say what we gotta say. No, Your Honor, they did this. My whole checklist right there, how you were on that stop with me, I'm telling it to the judge. So it's just behoove you to be calm, comply, answer questions, listen, and move on, because that right there goes a long way. And typically for me, and I know I'm trying not to get us off subject, but when the judge would say that, and I always ask the judge, hey, Your Honor, sir, may I say something? He's like, yeah, true, go ahead. Hey, Your Honor, I'm fine, whatever you want to do. I just want to say, hey, this is probably not right to say, but if there was such thing as a model drunk, Your Honor, this was the model drunk that didn't give me any problems or any major issues on the side of the road. And I get a chuckle out of the judge. And guess what? He went lighter on the dude. On what he got the first offense. So it just pays to comply and stay calm. It really does. You're gonna get your punishment, no doubt. But it can lessen it sometimes, depending on who the judge is. All right, we're gonna keep it on moving, y'all.
I'm not gonna shut up! Stop! I'm not gonna shut up! I'm trying to explain everything to you. You hit me in the face. You grabbed my neck. I am trying to be nice. Make sure you don't have weapons on you.
I don't have any weapons on me. Back up. You grabbed me out the car unlawfully. Can you be gentle?
Get in the car.
Can you be gentle? Can y'all
get in the car?
I'm gonna pull you from the other side if you don't get in.
No. Can y'all?
He acting like a child right now, a rebellious child. And yeah, they're right. These officers are mad. They angry because she acting like a fool, and she's causing them to have to get physical with her. That's crazy.
Do you want to be able to get your car?
Yeah, I'd be a little.
Have your phone number so you can get your car at a later time.
Nothing unreasonable.
I feel like y'all profiling me.
Ma'am, I want you to be able to get your car back at a later time. It's going to be impounded because we can't leave it here. If you want your vehicle back, I need your phone number.
What's your name?
Officer Peralta.
Officer Peralta.
Yes, ma'am.
And it's just that's pretty much it there. She ends up getting found or getting charged with DUI and assault law enforcement officers. But
at that point, I would have just told her car. I wouldn't, whatever she didn't give me, I would just write in there refused and tow the car and be done with it.
Yeah. It's one of those ones, Mike. I'm not gonna go back and forth with you over this. Either you do or you don't. You already know what my name is because I told you it 15 other times. I told you it when we walked up to the car and had our first initial contact with you. It's on my back, on my uniform. You can see my name clearly displayed on my uniform. So yeah, I'm like you on that one, Mike. I'm just gonna write refused on there and put the sheet in there, put the inventory sheet in the car, and tell the record and give her the business card of the record company, and because that's what we had to do. And here's where your car is. Let's go to lockup.
I mean, so on this video, all in all, after what we've seen, I don't see nothing that these officers did that I would say is excessive, or unreasonable. I thought they handled it the way they needed to handle it, and that's it. You know, it ain't nice when you force police officers to be physical with you. It ain't going to be pretty. It ain't supposed to be pretty. If I got to force you to do something, I'm not going to do it with flowers. You see what I'm saying? And people need to understand that. That's why it's very important to comply. Don't cause an officer to have to pull you out of the car. Get out of the car. You know what I'm saying? Simple as that.
Yeah, simple as that. Now, the next one we're gonna show y'all. This is actually I don't want to. How do I describe this one, Mike? It's a head scratcher because I mean, you know, think about what we just talked about, y'all, about the indicators, and we like for y'all in this one to point those indicators out to us, because what we like to do is have you have a better understanding how DUIs work. So when you hear these things happening, you have a better understanding of what should have taken place and the reason why the officers had to do what they did in some of these situations, because now you see just on these two videos that people, when they had that alcohol in them, aren't acting as reasonable people. Not all of them are unreasonable. Like we told you, there are some that we have encountered that were probably model drunks. You know what I mean? They complied all the way. But then the majority, I don't know, Mike, what would you say the ratio of drunks for like these two here?
I mean, you know, it happens. It's hard to give a ratio, but I mean, you know, we've seen a lot of different drunks with a lot of different behaviors, whether it's rebellious, whether it's cooperative, whether it's just out of their mind, whether it's emotional.
The criers,
the collapse and fall down and give up walkingers. You know?
But I would say there's more of that type of not being cooperative than cooperative versus being uncooperative. There's definitely a lot more of uncooperative drunks out there, because I could probably count on one hand how many cooperative, like role model type drunks I had on one hand. Most of them I've had to go hands on with, and matter of fact, my first DUI I had to go hands on with. The dude was drunk as a skunk. We had to pick him up, carry him back, and put him in my car. I was horrible. Let me set this next. Go ahead, Mike. I'm gonna set this next one up here.
Yeah. Okay. We decided to do two today, folks. Sometimes we got extra time and we want to fill it, but this is a good time to show two videos, and we got this second video. It's interesting. I want you guys to be thinking about this step by step in your head, what the next steps are going to be by an officer. Put your officer caps on and think about what you would do in this situation. Confront it with this issue.
All right, here we go, y'all.
On November 18th, 2022, at approximately 0200 hours, while on a drive-thru at Publix located at Marathon, Florida, a sheriff's deputy noticed a silver Hyundai Sonata driving erratically through a parking lot. The driver, Alana Williams, almost hit several parked cars and almost backed into a dumpster while John Namist, a worker at a nearby restaurant, yelled at her to stop. Due to the dangerous driving, the officer activated his emergency equipment and conducted a traffic stop. Upon approaching the vehicle, the officer noticed that Alana had bloodshot, watery, and glassy eyes, and her speech was slurred. She also smelled of alcohol and marijuana, and when asked for her driver's license, she refused to provide it.
What's going on?
Hey, Don.
All right. The reason for the stop's improper backing, okay? Do you have your license, registration, proof of insurance?
Oh my gosh. Lord. Sure.
Don't pull out. Don't pull out. Don't pull that car out. Stop driving. Stop driving the car. Stop driving the car. Just stop. Do you have your license? Do you have your license? Stand by. Possible signal 1. Do you have your license? Can I have your license, please?
Okay. That's what you want to see?
Yes, I want your license.
Okay.
Okay, can you give me your license?
Okay. Is it okay?
Ma'am, I'm not going to sit here and play games with you. Just get your license, okay?
I'm not going to play games with you.
Okay, get your license.
Okay. My license.
Good question, Tone. Yeah, I have dealt with diabetic situations, low blood sugar, or somebody driving. Yes, I have. They do display similar things like
She
someone
almost
might
hit
be
the
DUI.
dumpster there and then almost took out this car here.
Really?
Yeah. License for like the fifth time.
Take it easy. Take it
Ma'am,
easy.
just give me your license.
Easy. Take it easy. I'm finna.
Yeah, to Tone's question real quick. I had one too. The difference between the two, Tone, is what an officer has to pay real close attention to is the smell.
That sweet smell.
Yeah, they have that kind of sweet, fruity smell to them. And their mindset is going to be a little different than what a drunk's mindset is too. They're going to be a little weary and not. Some of them may not know where exactly they are. But yes, I've had those, and those are very, very dangerous ones to be involved with.
Once we determine that they're diabetic, though, once we determine that, Tone, that's usually just a straight medical call. We have medical personnel come out and deal with them and make sure that they're not driving and their car is out of the roadway and, stuff like that. But that's usually, it ends up being a straight medical because we've confirmed that the medics get there on scene and confirm that no, they're diabetic, their sugar is real low, or they might be wearing a diabetic bracelet, Corey. You know what I'm saying? To let you know right out the gate that could happen. So.
Oh yeah. There's different indicators that let us know that they're not drunk. They may have a medical emergency. All right, back to good question, Tom.
All right, get out of the car. Step out.
Hello.
Step out of the car.
Take it easy.
Step out of the car.
Take it easy.
Step out of the vehicle.
Take it easy.
Step out of the vehicle.
Okay.
Step out. Out. Sir,
okay.
Put your hands on the dash for me, sir.
Okay.
Hands on the dash. Out.
Okay.
Ma'am, leave the bag. Leave the bag on the floor and step out of the car.
Okay.
Step out.
Okay.
Step out.
Okay. Take it easy. Take it easy.
Ma'am, I'm giving you multiple commands and you're not listening to me.
Take it easy, man.
Step.
I see.
Face that way. Walk towards the sergeant.
All right,
Thank you.
Brad. All right, Brad. That's how y'all come here.
Do me a favor. Just step out. Just walk to the front of the car, okay? Hey, relax, okay?
I know the number.
Okay. No, here. Walk up here. Just go up there. Okay? Yeah, you're pulled over.
So
Stop.
Put me over.
Stop. Yes, because you almost ran into this dumpster. He yelled at you once.
Way.
Yes, you did. And then you almost took out that car right there. No. I'm not going to sit here and argue with you. It's all on camera, okay? Listen, how much weed is in the car?
See.
How much weed is in the car? Do you have a medical card?
I do.
You do. Is it properly packaged in its containers?
It should be.
Okay. Second question, how much alcohol have you had to drink tonight?
Well, I haven't had any.
None? None at all?
They always had nothing,
okay.
Mike, or they had one.
Pause for a second.
Ma'am, improper backing.
So even though he asked her how much weed she has in the car, at that point they already had legal authority to search her car. Keep that in mind, because they smelled the smell of marijuana. In this state, it sounds like marijuana is illegal. So the smell of marijuana inside your car could prompt you to have legal authority to search that car for marijuana, right? Obviously. So it's a common question that we'll ask. Well, wait a minute. Do you have a medical marijuana card? You know what I'm saying? Because this might be a state where if you have a medical prescription and you can show that on hand on the spot, then okay, I can understand that. Or you probably do have marijuana legally in the car. You see what I'm saying? Yep. But you got to be able to produce that right there in front of the officer. Let me see your medical marijuana card. Let me see your prescription. You know what I'm saying? You got to prove that right there and there. So that's why he might be asking her about how much marijuana you got in the car, because he already formulated in his mind that I smell marijuana, I smell alcohol, so I already can search the car whether you consent to it or not.
Yeah. So what do you guys think about her demeanor now? I mean, are any red flags going off in your heads right now? If so, what are those red flags? Drop your answers down in the comment box. Let us know what you're thinking. There's a lot of red flags going on. Again, how many times does it also have to ask for IDs? These are all the things that are giving the officers indicators that, okay, she's under the influence of something. Is this what a reasonable person would be doing or should be doing? And those are the kind of things as an officer you have to keep putting in, running through your head. Yeah, Brenda, yeah, jail time. That's right. Yeah, she's looking at some jail time. But yeah, drop your comments down there. We like to see what you're thinking. Stacy says
she couldn't understand and get her driver's license. That's right. That's one red flag. You know what I'm saying? Her repetitively saying, take it easy, take it easy, take it easy. That's something that somebody drunk would say.
Right.
Or somebody that's high would say, right? Just keep saying, take it easy. He wasn't even talking to her. He was talking to her passenger. Take it easy, take it easy. That's all weird type of stuff that you probably drunk or you probably under influence of something.
You're under influence of something. She was having a good time that night.
Yes, she was.
She was definitely having a good time. Let's see what we got. And keep it moving here, y'all.
Improper backing.
Yes, ma'am.
I hear you in my ear.
Joint in the car right now.
I hear you in my ear, but I ain't listening.
In the car. Robert. I'm finna fire.
What's your name?
You know my name, man.
I don't know you. You're new in town. Fun.
You funny, man. You funny.
You just got back here. You just got back into town. He doesn't even know who you are.
I didn't even go back into Brown. I understand what you put me over for.
Okay.
And I haven't put my hair out.
Okay. Do you have your license on you?
I have my permit for you. Yes. Yes.
Where's it at?
Put the out.
And she's clearly not in her right frame of mind.
Alana Williams.
Alana?
You lost some weight.
I was fat as fuck for a little while. Yeah.
You lost some weight. We didn't recognize you. I thought you
know me. He know me well. That's Willie's son.
I'm not Willie's son.
Yes, sir.
No.
You're not Willie's son?
I'm not Willie's son.
You're not Cuban?
No.
You're not Cuban?
No.
No?
No.
No?
No. I'm not Willie's
son. No, I ain't
Willie's
son.
Okay.
Alana.
No, lady.
Okay.
You said.
What I'm finna pull it over for? You could
what I just told you. Improper backing.
Improper backing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'll take that.
Okay. I'm going to ask you one more time. How much alcohol have you consumed tonight?
I literally just got here like 10 minutes ago.
Ma'am, you were here 2 hours ago when I was here.
I probably was here 2 hours ago.
Okay.
When he pulled me over.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And then you were also here when we were dealing with the lady outside about an hour ago.
I don't even know. I never seen that lady.
Alana.
But I did see you.
Alana.
I did see.
I'm not.
You, Mr. Guerrero's kid, right?
I'm not Deputy Guerrero.
Okay.
I'm Deputy Radicke, ma'am.
What's your name?
Radicke.
Radicke?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you got Mr. Radicke?
Okay. Stay right there.
I ain't gonna move wherever. I ain't gonna move wherever.
Alana, step over here. Okay. Listen.
So you move.
Listen. Okay.
Mr. Radicke.
Here's my issue.
up,
I'm seeing several signs of impairment.
And you see me behind the wheel?
Yes, I did.
You see me,
Alana, hold on.
You see me.
I'm going to give you the opportunity to dispel my belief you were under the influence. Are you willing to do field sobriety exercises to dispel?
I'm saying, like, am I like here? I see you like, and am I like see you like for here?
Alana,
listen, I'm seeing my like.
Now I see in her
beer,
right mind, folks.
Alana,
they drank beer.
Okay.
I drank liquor.
Okay.
I understand that.
Okay.
And Bragg is asking him, and he's like,
What happened? Froze up on us. Cool.
okay.
No, Alana, me and you were having a conversation.
And who am I speaking?
Deputy Radicke, ma'am.
Mr. Radicke.
Okay. Again, are you willing to do field sobriety exercises to dispel my belief you were under the influence of alcohol?
You're saying field sobriety, like,
yes, ma'am.
Like, I'm
like a series of exercises to dispel my belief that you are DUI.
Dude, you saying DUI, but like I'm here, like
Alana.
I hear the self.
Alana.
I hear the self. Listen,
Alana.
You keep saying me, Mr. Listen, Radicke.
Oh my God.
Juan Carlos.
Juan Carlos ain't got nothing to do with that, Alana.
Juan Carlos is asking me. You asking me whether in my belief, right?
Alana.
Belief, right?
Alana.
Right?
Look at me.
Right?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm about 2 seconds away from putting you in cuffs, okay? So I'm giving you the opportunity.
For what?
For DUI.
For me.
See this. I think again, this is probably what I see this officer as you. Big, I'd have been just like that. I think it was Brendan. Read her rights and put her in handcuffs. You going to jail. I wasn't even gone this far. I had that happen one time. That just me when Brenda said that, I thought about this young man I had arrested for a DUI. I gave him one shot to do one thing. He couldn't do it. All right, man, go ahead and turn around. I'm done.
Yeah, but look,
again,
the flip side,
nothing wrong.
The flip side, though, all of this looks good in court. When they show all this video, looks good in court. Again, it doesn't make her look good. It further you're just building up further more and more support the fact that she DUI. You know what I'm saying? That's all it does. To where the DA will look at that and say, "Oh, you're gonna have to plead on this. You're gonna have to plead on this, chick, because that ain't gonna work."
Yeah. Once you see that video, we're gonna have to plead on this. I can't argue. I can't argue. So I mean, at this point, this is where the body cam is crucial. Right? I mean, it's just like imagine trying to do this without video, impossible.
And she actually acting all right now. Wait till they arrest her.
Yeah.
She actually acting cool right now.
Alana, are you willing to do the exercises? Yes or no?
What do you mean? So you're asking me in my belief in my DUI. He's asking me if my belief is DUI, right?
Why is she talking to her passenger like that?
He was the passenger. You were the driver.
Yeah,
I understand that, but you're asking me in my DUI.
I'm
asking me
to conduct standardized field sobriety exercises to dispel my belief that you are under the influence.
So you're asking me in my DUI.
Put your hands behind your back.
Huh?
Put your hands behind your back.
All right, there you go, Corey.
Yeah,
there you go. There you go. You under arrest.
Hold on. Wait.
You know that.
Okay. He's about to get nasty.
Like it's how they all as soon as those cuffs come out, you start hearing that clank, 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 clank. Oh, wait. Hold on. Now you want to get right. Nope. When those cuffs come out and they start going on your, it's done. There's no do or it's done. I'm not
flip
going
the
to
script
undo.
in a minute here, folks.
Huh?
I said she gonna flip the script in a minute here. She went from being all right, semi cool to wait.
It's just I ain't got time for that. No, you're wrong. He gave ample opportunity, Mike.
Yeah, either you gonna participate in this field sobriety examination or you ain't. You know what I'm saying? Because if you ain't, well, I'm go ahead. I still think you under the influence of alcohol. I'm gonna hook you up. Let's go.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna hook you. There you go. I'm gonna hook you.
Wait, DUI. That's life. Come here, DUI. Come here. Listen. Come on, man. Shot fight.
No.
No.
Do you have anything on you that's gonna poke me, stick me, harm me?
No, there's nothing gonna poke you, stick you. No. Brag. Wait. Adam, come here.
Alana?
Come here, Adam.
Alana?
Come here, baby.
What's going on?
Hello.
Hey, Adam, just stay out of it.
They're gonna act like you're DUI, right? They're gonna act like you're DUI. Adam.
Was your keys in the car?
Well, she was driving.
He put me on UI. Yes.
Now she can't even say DUI.
The why? Adam, DUI. Listen. Do I?
Have a seat.
Adam,
have a seat.
please,
Have a
please,
seat.
please.
Have a seat.
Please,
Have a seat.
please, DUI.
Have a seat.
Please.
Alana.
Please, DUI.
Have a seat. Just have put your foot in. Put your foot. Alana.
Listen. Please, listen. DUI.
I'm a
They didn't play with her.
Stand at the. Can you go stand over there for me?
What I did?
You're fine. You're fine.
Oh,
Relax.
UI room, but during the ride, she continuously yelled obscenities at him. Upon arriving at the Marathon substation, Alana made a threat to kill the officer and his family. She then spat on the officer through a gap in the partition, hitting him on the back of his head and neck. When officers attempted to approach the vehicle, Alana also tried to spit on them while using racial slurs.
Oh, now you're going to spit on me? Okay, now you got a felony. Now she's got a felony.
Spit on me, huh?
Stop.
You gonna spit on me, huh?
Stop.
Fuck you, fucking.
Stop.
Glad they stopped that cop. He looked like he was getting ready to do something stupid.
I was just going to say, I take my hat off to the other officer that was, hey, stop. And I get the other officer.
I get his emotions.
They're
but
human too.
He was about to do something stupid, and we got enough of that.
Something stupid. I mean, what that stupid was, we don't know.
We don't know.
But he didn't do it. That's a good thing.
The other officer stopped him. You need to back up. You need to stop. Yeah, I think he was the one that would spit on. Folks, if you spit on an officer, that's actually assault.
Yeah.
Or they call it battery. It's actually a battery on an officer. If you spit on an officer, we got spit masks, Corey. I don't know if you guys carry spit masks, but if you spit,
we did not. City cops did.
Yeah, if you spit, the first thing I'm doing is putting a spit mask on you. It's basically like a fishnet mask that goes over your head. You can still breathe. You can actually still see, but if you spit, it's just gonna stay in the mask. And we carried those regularly. I carried a couple of them in my bag all the time. As soon as you spit, that spit mask is going on over your head instantly because I ain't putting up with that.
No, not at all. Way out of line on that part right there. And then she started throwing, racial slurs and saying how she's going to kill him and his family. And you just more charges on yourself, making it threats to law enforcement. And again, this is why you should never drink and drive, especially handle your liquor. You get that what we used to call that liquid courage in you, and you think Billy Badass, and you start running off at the mouth. Guarantee probably has a really bad hangover the next day, and definitely going to regret what she did. It gets even better.
Oh yeah.
I think his body cam right.
0 IED on a white Sienna minivan.
4 felony, and then charge her with the assault. Yeah, battery on you.
She spit at him, and then she spit at me.
Yeah, which made me have 2.
So what do we want to see if we get a transport, or you want me to take her?
Just take her straight fucking down. The transport's gonna take too long.
Okay. Are you gonna be okay taking her?
Yep. Go ahead.
Despite the officer's attempts to control the situation, Alana continued to spit on him through the gap in the partition multiple times. The officer was forced to return to the substation and give Alana multiple warnings to stop spitting before using pepper spray to subdue her.
We ain't gonna stop. We ain't gonna stop. When that stops, stop me.
Spit one more time, and I'm gonna spray you.
Oh, you
Go ahead, do it. I dare you.
You gonna stop something?
You spit one more time.
And it's not gonna. And it's not gonna stop me. And it's not gonna. And it's not gonna stop me. Pussy ass cracker. Pussy ass cracker. It's not gonna stop me.
Suck on that, Alana.
Afterward, Alana was taken to Fisherman's Hospital for decontamination before being handed over to another officer to complete the necessary paperwork. Due to technical issues, Alana was issued several criminal citations, including one for driving under the influence, one for possession of marijuana while in actual physical control of a motor vehicle, and one for possession of a felony-controlled substance while in actual physical control of a motor vehicle. Alana was subsequently transported to the Key West jail by another officer.
So there you have it, folks. This is why you should not drink and drive. These are two prime examples tonight, y'all. Wow, she took a mouthful of that pepper spray or OC spray.
Yeah, so they did spray. I couldn't see it clearly on the video, but it looks like they did spray her. So, which my thoughts on that is, I mean, if you're in the back of the car, well, we got glass up between us and the passenger on the driver's side, but the passenger, if they choose to spit through the part that's not glass barrier, it's just like a grate. I suppose spit could get up to the front, but we got spit masks. We're gonna put a spit mask on you, and I ain't gonna be fooling around with pepper spray, because once you pepper spray them, now you gotta wash the face out, get a medical cleared, and all that stuff. You could be adding more work to it, but okay, that's what they did. I ain't got a problem with it. All right. You know what I'm saying? They warned her, you keep spitting, we're going to spray you. So she spit, they sprayed. All right. But Corey, up to this point, I don't see nothing unreasonable or excessive that these officers did on this particular call.
Now, I mean, if it were me, I would have had pepper sprayed her or OC sprayed her. Why? Because we didn't have that extra protection like you guys did. See, for state police here in Virginia, they ride in the front seat with us. So imagine her doing that stuff to me.
That'd have been a whole different.
Let me ask you this. All right, now they ride in the front seat with us, right? What would you have thought I would have done, or an officer such as myself would have done, if she spat in my face while I was driving and she's sitting in the front seat? Would I have been able to justify in using force? Because my initial response was, I'm going to hit you back. You just stomped me. You spit. I'm going to hit you back. I'm going to try my best to because I got to do two things. I'm on the interstate, so I have to maintain positive control. I got to jam you up because now you sitting here trying to spit on me. So yeah, you're gonna probably catch one to the dome because I have to try to stop you because you're putting my life in danger while I'm driving down the road.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say I hear you. I never thought of it that way, and I forgot that you guys put your suspects in the front seat. You didn't have a caged car with a back seat to put the suspects. Yeah, I couldn't imagine that if you got her in the front seat, and because you ain't gonna just keep driving while she continuing to spit on you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna do
Oh, yeah.
that.
No.
So
you're gonna catch it. And
I could see that happening. I could definitely see that. You know what I'm saying? Folks, don't spit on the cops. Don't do that. That's a battery. That's a battery on a police officer.
Yeah, then I would have stopped the car on the shoulder somewhere, and then I would snatch you out of the car and more likely call for a city to see if they have bring one of their vehicles out and just transport her in the back of that, or call a cage paddy wagon out, throw her back in there.
Mm.
But maybe not have. But I definitely wouldn't OC sprayed her while she's in the car with me and I'm in
Right.
too. No, that's a huge no. But she would have got she would, like Carol said, she probably would have tasted my backhand. And it would have been open hand to the job, more so as a deterrent to try to stop her from doing that. Then you can't do that, because I used to tell people that got in the front seat with me, like, listen, don't do anything stupid. I said, this vehicle goes 140 miles an hour. I will take this thing at 40, 100 miles an hour and put it in one of these trees on your side. So you could try.
That's the thing about having suspects in the front car with you. What if she would decide to bite you and stuff like that? You know what I'm saying? If a suspect is, what if she would decide to kick or something? She got loose enough to where she could kick you. You know what I'm saying?
Well, so we had devices for that if they're being combative like that. If they're being combative like that for us, State Police Virginia, one, they're not going to get in the car with me. Again, that's what I would call a city unit out that has that cage to get back there, or we can get a paddy wagon out. But we did have leg restraints that we could use to tie their feet up, and you stick that rope, the bottom end of that rope, in the car door and shut the car door, and it kind of helps lock their feet so they can't lift their feet up to get you. But I've had them with the handcuffs behind them and get it up, get them up around their legs, and they had to stop the car and get them out and reposition those handcuffs on them again. Like, you're not going to do it. Or I would just pull that seatbelt really tight and hold that joker so they couldn't try to do it again. So that, you just have to learn to be creative because overall it's officer safety, right?
Yeah.
I had to be safe in trying to get that person to lock up safely. But I would tell you, don't do anything stupid, because I was left-handed, so my gun was on the left side of me, and I tell them, I got 15 friends right here that would love to meet you if you do something stupid. And I always got the response, "Oh no, troop, no, I ain't gonna do nothing stupid." Because in academy we used to be told stories, countless stories over the years of how individuals would get out of the cuffs or use their limberness and go after the officer's gun. And most of the people are right-handed, right?
Yeah.
And so it was easy for them to go after the officer's gun, and the officer ends up getting shot. And I was damn if I was ever gonna put myself in that position. So that was my thing. You do anything stupid while we going to lockup and put my life in danger, two things: I was gonna try take this vehicle as fast as it can go and put it in the trees on your side, or I was gonna introduce you to 15 of my friends on the side of me. And I never had a problem. Thank the Lord. I never had a problem. Once I told this how I was gonna go. So sit back and enjoy the ride. And we're gonna get
we had there was some good, those are some good videos, gets people to think, gets our viewers to think about, what would you do if you presented with that situation? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So the question is, did these officers act as reasonable officers? Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
I think they were very professional, especially in the first video. I thought they were very professional. They gave and there were two different states. One was in California and the other one was in Florida. So you know, these officers, you saw different ways in different states on how officers handle situations. And it happens like this every day, right? It's the people who don't want to go to jail and want to fight the police where the situation always ends up taking a turn for the worse. That's why it's important, Mike, that we utilize the acronym of CALM: comply, answer questions, listen, and move on. These things don't happen. It should not happen, correct?
Right. That's right.
Yeah, thank you for joining us, Jesus love you. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up for tonight. This was definitely a really great conversation. Don't forget to head on over to our merch shop. Got a lot of great things on there. As it showed you at the top of the show, there's the link right there. I got a few things in tonight. We got hats. The black hat said brother-in-law with the YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram logos on there, so you know where to find us at. And really good t-shirts coming. This is my mom's with me and Mike on it, brothers-in-law on the front, and then on the back. Now I should have done this, like I said, I should have done the black letters in white. You know, I'm a guy, so I really wasn't looking at letters right that way. But yeah, so hey, head on over there. I will say, if you're a large, you might want to go ahead and get an extra large. There are different brands that they have. It's two type of brands that they have, and if you get the Fruit of the Loom ones, they usually are the correct size. But if you go one size up, you'll be fine for what you normally wear. So we're excited about it. So head on over there. We'll be back next week with another video. If you have something that you would like Mike and I to discuss, drop us a line over there on Facebook, and we'll get it on the show. Mike.
Yep. Thanks for joining us, our viewers. We see Jesus left. You came on kind of late. You can check out the replay. That's all right. Appreciate everybody joining us. And you guys have a good weekend. Peace out.
Good weekend. We'll see y'all next week. God bless. We love you. And be safe out there, y'all.